Let's be honest, Mrs. Julia Wicket might just be the grumpiest, loudest, and most rage-fueled landlady in cartoon history. This woman's life revolves around shouting, hating fun, and worshipping her cat Scrapper like he's some fluffy dictator. But here's the thing, you can only treat people, or in this case, Mr. Bean, like trash for so long before the universe steps in. And trust me, when karma hits Mrs. Wicket, it doesn't knock politely.
Get me an ambulance.
It body slams her into flower beds, blasts her with paint, or sends her flying off mobility scooters in public. So today, we're diving into the glorious moments where Mrs. Wicket got what she deserved. Let's begin. So Mrs. Wicket gets injured and obviously enslaves Mr. Bean as her 24/7 butler. Fetch the tea, scratch my back, polish my toenails. The woman turns into a tyrant, but Bean? Oh, he's had enough. He attaches rockets and a remote control to her wheelchair while she's snoring. And then, straight into the garden shed she goes. Crash. Locked inside like a villain in a Scooby-Doo ending.
Let me out!
Mrs. Wicket and Miss Wince leave Bean behind and go on holiday in a luxury caravan. They even throw garbage at him as they drive off. Real classy. But karma has its own holiday plans. Bean shows up with his own DIY trailer and...
What do you think, Teddy?
Well, accidentally releases the brake on their fancy van.
Oh dear.
One slippery hill later, and that shiny caravan is now at the bottom of a lake. That sound you hear? That's karma doing the backstroke.
Save us, come on, Bean!
Wicket's in a hospital bed.
Yeah.
Bean pushes the wrong button. The bed folds like a lawn chair. Mrs. Wicket? Squashed.
I'm so
Trapped.
sorry.
Screaming like a kettle. Did Bean mean it? Maybe.
Thank you very much.
Did we laugh?
Thank
Absolutely. Mrs. Wicket buys a $200 hat that looks exactly like her cat.
Very smart.
Great idea, right? Wrong. Cue chaos, a chase, and falling shelves. That land directly on the hat.
Teddy.
Flattened. She screams like she just lost the Mona Lisa.
My new hat!
Bean even holds up the squashed hat and goes, Scrapper? The disrespect, the karma, the comedy. 5. The electricity overload episode. Mrs. Wicket unplugs Bean's power, literally pulls the plug on his comfort. So Bean builds his own wind turbine, eco-friendly, smart, until it overloads her system, fries her TV, and blows out her lights.
No.
She pulls the plug. Karma pulls the fuse. Dog kisses for the pet hater episode. Mrs. Wicket bans all pets, except Scrapper. So Bean sneaks in a dog. The dog sees her. The dog licks her face like she's a peanut butter popsicle. She shrieks like she's being attacked by a ghost. I mean, sure, it's just a dog. But to Wicket, that was a war crime. The cat-hating vacuum episode. And Mrs. Wicket gets angry about crumbs and vacuums the entire hallway, including, by accident, Scrapper. Yes, her own cat. Into the vacuum. Gone. Poof. She blames Bean, of course, but let's be honest, that one's on her. Bin shed karma. Mrs. Wicket plans to sell the house.
You're on!
Sign the agreement here.
Hoping to finally evict Bean, but Bean sets traps to scare off buyers. She falls through a trapdoor, gets covered in garbage, and emerges like a swamp monster. Somewhere, the bin gods applauded. The massage from hell.
Where are we going?
The OR Spa.
She drags Bean to a luxury spa but won't let him enjoy anything.
Wait for us!
So Bean becomes her masseur
Yeah.
and proceeds to massage her with a jackhammer. Mud in the eyes, cucumber slices in the ears, a full steam explosion in the face. They all get kicked out, honestly. Best spa day ever. The royal scam that got exposed. A royal makeover. So Bean decorates his room like Buckingham Palace. What does Mrs. Wicket do? Puts on a crown and starts charging tourists to meet the queen. Yes, she actually pretends to be royalty to make a quick buck. But karma? Bean pulls the curtains back on her little scam. Literally. And everyone realizes she's just a greedy fraud in a bathrobe with a tiara. The crowd runs away. Mrs. Wicket is left shouting into the void. Remember when Mrs. Wicket went to the spa and Bean pretended to be the masseur? Well, here's what we didn't mention. He accidentally yanks off her towel, blasts her with freezing water, and sprays cucumber bits into her nostrils. She slips, falls, and lands face first in a mud facial bath. The entire spa gasps.
Bean?
Spa day? More like karma exfoliation. Mrs. Wicket steals the spotlight by driving her scooter into the wrestling ring. She thinks she's the main character, but the wrestler? He thinks she's the target. She gets full body tackled like a football dummy. The crowd goes wild. Even Scrapper looks impressed. Mrs. Wicket throws a secret party, not for Bean, but because of Bean in her own twisted way. She bans him from attending. So what does Bean do? He sneaks in, gets tangled in party poppers, and accidentally releases Bats and Scrapper into the buffet. Cake flies, glasses smash, and Mrs. Wicket ends up covered in jelly and cat scratches. Surprise, the party's ruined. Wicket signs Scrapper up for a prestigious pet show. She forces Bean to clean him, brush him, and basically treats Scrapper like royalty. But Scrapper wants none of it. He jumps on the judge's head, knocks over the trophies, and pees on the podium. Mrs. Wicket gets disqualified and banned from the event. You love to see it. Bean's bounty Wicket smells pie follows her nose. Bean, of course, has rigged it as bait. She ends up catapulted across the room, landing on her own antique cabinet, which shatters like glass. Then she blames Bean, but the pie lands on her face. Instant karma. Mrs. Wicket keeps harassing Bean about noise, rent, parking, breathing. So what happens? A letter arrives. The council is investigating her for tenant abuse. She rips it in anger, only to realize it's from the landlord. Her rent is going up and Bean is now protected. She tries to scream, but all that comes out is a faint meow from Scrapper sitting smugly beside her. We've laughed, we've cried from laughing, and we've seen Mrs. Wicket eat her own rage pie again and again. From garden sheds to wrestling rings, from paint buckets to party disasters, karma doesn't miss. So if you're ever having a bad day, just remember, somewhere, somehow, Mrs. Wicket is getting exactly what she deserves. And that, my friends, that's the real Mr. Bean energy. Subscribe for more justice. Or Scrapper might pee in your shoes. Cheerio.